And now to that fire that's burning in the Yosemite area.
Yeah, tonight firefighters are making progress in their efforts to protect the iconic sequoia trees in Yosemite National Park. The Washburn fire has burned more than 2,400 acres. The good news tonight is that containment is at 25%. While the fire has entered the Mariposa Grove of the giant sequoias, efforts to protect the trees appear to be working. Fire crews lit backfires and installed a sprinkler system to dampen the ground, and the rate of spread has slowed down.
The fire has gotten into the lower portion of the grove. It's been fairly moderate as far as heat intensity. And for the upper grove and the bigger trees and the more famous part of the grove, they've got sprinklers set that are running 24/7. They are not wrapping the trees, and I'm not using anything else. Without it being a wind blown fire in the canopy, the water does amazingly well.
The Mariposa Grove is home to about 500 mature giant sequoia trees.
And so some fires are actually good for that tree population. It can actually help them seed, but it's a question of how intensely and hot the fires burn. And many recent fires have raised concerns about the future. Here's our meteorologist, Heather Waldman.
Giant sequoia trees truly are a wonder to behold, and they only grow here in California on the west slope of the Sierra. Some are thousands of years old, hundreds of feet tall, and nearly 30 feet wide. And over millennia, these trees have adapted to not only withstand fire, but thrive in it.
It helps the trees grow. It stimulates the growth of the trees. It also provides a nice mineral seedbed for the seedlings to get established without a lot of competition from surrounding other trees and plants.
But those benefits only come from weaker fires that remain in the underbrush. A report released earlier this year by the National Park Service found that during the past 6 years, 6 fires combined to burn 85% of the state's giant Socorro Grove acreage. And these fires are burning hotter and faster than those in centuries past. And it's to the point where the National Park Service says that we could actually lose 20% of this tree's population in the next 3 to 5 years.
What we're seeing is with dense fires or dense forests where the tree density has increased a lot and created these ladder fuels of smaller, younger trees that allow the fire to get up into the crowns of these trees and burn hotter. That is actually killing the giant sequoia trees in conditions that they wouldn't normally be able to, survive.
Ambrose says that rising temperatures due to climate change, as well as a lack of prescribed burning over the past century, have both contributed to increased wildfire fuels in sequoia forests. However, Yosemite National Park has a long history of executing prescribed burns within the Mariposa Grove, and so far the Washburn fire has not significantly impacted that area of the park. Ambrose says that is proof that prescribed burning can be an effective tool for fire suppression throughout the entire state. I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman for KCRA 3 News.